this has been a tough tournament for you over the years. How important was it to have a good performance like this to start?
Yeah, I think that's the first one. So, no, I mean, I remember 2019, I played a pretty good tournament, but I went from qualies, so totally different situation. But for sure, last year, I didn't feel confident in Toronto and Cincinnati, so it's a big progress for me, and I feel like it's going to give me, a lot of confidence, and, it's just kind of easier to work on everything when it's going a little bit more according to plan, so I'm happy that I can play better tennis this year. Hey.
Tough match against Danielle last week. Were you able to take anything into that this week, given how different the conditions are here from Canada?
Well, I wouldn't say, I thought about the conditions a lot because honestly, I knew that it wasn't possible for me to kind of get used to them. So I kind of went on court without many expectations, just knowing that I have to play, what's going to be possible for me that day, because I only practiced yesterday for like hour and 15 minutes, so for us the priority between tournaments is to recover well, for me to be like fresh, and I'll try to kind of catch up in terms of the conditions and my feeling during the tournament, if that's possible. So for sure today, it wasn't like the perfect situation, but I knew that I already had plenty of, these quick transitions between tournaments in my career, and it was fine. So I'll just try to do it, one more time.
Just curious when you actually decided that it was best to prioritize rest and making sure that you're
It's not me deciding. That's why I'm still alive. It's more like my coaches, Maciek, and the main coach Thomas. Also Daria sometimes has something to say if she sees that mentally I'm also more fatigued, and we're kind of aware that it's going to happen. It's in the second part of the season, so you need to deal with that, and you're never going to be 100% fresh. But it's the same thing we did after Madrid, before Rome, and for me it's just easier to give more on court if I feel like I have energy.
Iga, your footwork is looking impressive. Probably you're like the best WTA player on the tour, like the best athlete. What's your preparation of match Rishuk? How does it look like? What's your routine?
Well,
schedule?
it's years of work, so it's hard to like describe that quickly. But Maciek is a great specialist, and without him, for sure, I wouldn't be in that place. He's a physio and conditioning coach in one, so he like knows everything about my body, and that's why he's the best, kind of man to know what kind of practice to do, that day, But for sure, it's been tough this season to have a lot of practice days and practice weeks. So we're kind of, catching up and not practicing a lot on tour because I have to stay fresh for matches. But I think, what we're doing in preseason and these little periods, I don't know, before the US Open swing or before the clay court swing, it's giving me a lot and it's lasting for a long time. So it's nice to know that I'm, one of the best players physically on tour, because it also gives me, a lot of confidence. And sometimes when I'm in trouble, I can always lean on that. So for sure, Maciek is doing a great job, and maybe I shouldn't say that because somebody's going to steal him from me.
Sorry for another question on sliding, but I'm wondering, you do it a lot with the open stance backhand, and a lot of players, that's where some players who do slide struggle with that. I'm wondering what is the challenge of that, and also do you think more players will see this generation doing it and it will become even more popular?
I don't know. Oh my God, your questions are like too hard for me, because like it's hard for me to kind of analyze their abilities, physically. I know it makes sense also to not slide, but it's the way I run, and I never really thought about that a lot. It's just, I don't know, for me it's like the best way to transition energy to my shot as well. But well, it's kind of challenging to find the balance and to like not, I don't know, lean on the ball when you're sliding. But I don't know what's going to happen in the future.
All right, we'll switch over to Polish.
You just won a tournament in Warsaw. 150. And I'm just curious, like next year WTA is trying to have the rule that you're not gonna be able, like top players are not gonna be able to participate in those tournaments. What are your thoughts about this?
Well,
About that?
it's going to be possible for a defending champion or for somebody who's playing at home, which is pretty positive. But overall, well, it's a business strategy, so I didn't really dig deep into that. What's the reasoning behind that? In my plan, usually I don't have 250s. I only have them, because it was in Warsaw and like preparation before Wimbledon, for example. So I don't think it's going to influence my schedule a lot, so I haven't thought about that a lot. But for sure, having the rule that you can play at your home country, it's kind of, I think it's better because you can attract more people to watch these tournaments.